Hillside, it's Joy Fishler. I've been thinking a lot about identity, and I was reading Romans 8:14. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. The Spirit you received does not make you slaves so that you live in fear. Rather, the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship. Whenever I begin a hearing and doing class, I always begin with the subject of identity. And I always have people, I ask them who they are. And it always surprises me that people are really quick to point out who they're not. And I always stop them, because our identity has nothing to do with who we're not or what we do. Our identity is like a unique fingerprint that God gave to each and every one of us. And He gave us something unique so that we would live out and respond in a manner that is more like Him in this world that we live in this moment. You and I, we are needed right now, wherever we're at. And to give you an example, I'm going to use my friend Jane DeYoung. She doesn't know I'm doing this. So when I think of Jane DeYoung, I think of her identity as she's compassionate, she's persistent, she's a leader that leads well, she's soft-hearted and kind, she's a strong foundation and a little bit feisty, she's a friend, and she's a lover of Jesus. Of course, Jane is much more than that, but that gives you an example of what I'm talking about. So I encourage you, I challenge you all to really sit with God this week and ask Him who you are. Have Him remind you, write it down. Begin each day with an I am statement, because you are carrying the light of the world. You are a son and you are a daughter of the King, and you were created for a purpose, to be alive right now. And all of who you are is what we need right now. And so I would encourage you to spend some time around identity. And if you need some help, I have some things that I can send to you that would help you through that process. And I would love to hear from you individually about what you heard, and would love to hear who you are, who God says you are. Have a great night.